Yeah, Richard, 3 wicked tune. Actually, I should have played them the other way around. I should have played 2 sevens clash, then I Need a Roof, and right after that, Ballistic Affair. As a man said, the goalie I got run red. And 1976 was an election year in Jamaica, and we don't know that that was the year that them say we have them under heavy manners.
The 3 songs that you have played serve some very significant purposes. But again, let me throw the discussion over at Mikie, and we pick it up from there. Mike.
Yeah, I'm happy to be a part of this. When we talk about we call it now, social commentary, it don't get better than this, right? Because if you notice, the common theme in these 3 songs was someplace safe to live, someplace to live.
Yeah.
Both economical and someplace safe. And those of us who remember that era, the Ballistic Affair was, it's just a well put together song, and it just summed up the era so well. People were concerned about safety. And
absolutely. Personal safety.
To live. And sometimes when we think about things there, when I have to take a trip into the inner city and realize, you hear all the while that people go down, kick down doors. And because you live in a concrete building with strong door, you wonder how easy it is. You didn't realize that a lot of people were living in some board houses with very limited security. So a roof over your head was that crucial thing. And trust me, and there's a period, the Ballistic Affair thing is that, everyone is living in fear because of this Ballistic Affair. It's like a thermometer at the time. It was so true. So true.
Again, we want to touch. Let me step a little bit further back because 2 sevens clash, a prophetic tune. It was, and we just celebrated Marcus Garvey's birthday.
August 17th.
When was that? 17th of August, 17th, right?
Yeah, 1887.
But at the time, the first half of the 1970s, the country was becoming significantly more aware of Garvey and his role. It took the country almost 40 years to be able to appreciate Garvey's contribution, to the development of the Jamaican society. And culture took that prophecy about, Garvey leaving prison. When he leave the prison, the door is going to be locked, etc., etc., never open again. Talk about the structure of the cotton tree down by what was it? By the ferry police station, that kind of thing. And so it was culture providing Jamaicans with an interpretation of what was forecasted and the history of all of it. And here we are, some almost 50 years later, and the song still has strong resonance, in terms of a reminder of Garvey's role and how the system treated with him at the time.
Yeah, but it also got to show the importance of the music, In other words, like them used to say, however accurately, if you want to hide something from a black man, you write it in a book, right?
Right.
Very few people were reading certain things. And
True that.
And the school system tended to make the whole Garvey thing an intellectual situation. It wasn't lifetime, it wasn't real. I became a member of I was asked to become a member of the Friends of Marcus Garvey. And because I didn't realize that Marcus Garvey had written some lyrics that I wanted to put into songs. And Marcus Garvey was interested in a lot of things. They humanized him. I think we have dehumanized Marcus Garvey to a point. Fine, he's a prophet and all that, but the realness of him eluded us through the books. It was the songwriters and the singers
who kept his thing alive.
Yeah, man.
And personalized it. And in fact, he became the template. He became that topic, if you will. You have to give the songwriters credit. Leroy Smart, who, a colorful character he was at the time, but that song, as you made the point, was seminal because it sought to, the ballistic affair side, but culture and Joe Gibbs, that collaboration that took Marcus Garvey, the topic of Marcus Garvey rather, and turned it into a history lesson for a lot of us, And in fact, I was a cadet at the time. I remember we were at a camp at Dint Hill, and we were coming into, what was it thing? Buster had died, and there was a funeral. There was a funeral thing. 1976, there was gonna be the Bustamante funeral, and so we were brought back to Kingston to form a guard of honor, and people were talking about the prophecy of the Garvey prophecy to the extent that in 77, on the day, the 7th of July, 1977, a whole heap of Jamaican people never go to work. They decided to stay home because of the fear of the fulfillment of this prophecy, and it catch them outside. It's part and parcel of this whole thing, black heart man, and we drive fear. So they use the Marcus Garvey thing sort of. There's a fear factor, but again, the factor of the culture of it wasn't lost on us. To Mighty Diamonds, I Need a Roof. Remember, to 1976-77 was the period of the realization of these social policies that the Manley administration had been putting out. You had a lot of these sites and services home. To your point, Mikey, about the security of being able to own a home, to have somewhere to call your own. That in 1977, Jamaica still had a massive housing problem. And so the Mighty Diamonds, again, took that and made it into song, immortalizing the issues that we were faced with at the time. God?
Yeah. Next up is 1977. And we're going to run about 3 or 4 songs, starting out with Culture again, Zion Gate.
Hi there. If you enjoyed that clip, go on over to our website at yardmedia.com, where you can watch the entire broadcast at your leisure. And while you're there, why don't you check out our other reggae music features? And before you leave, pick up some of our Jamaican reggae merchandise, and hey, don't forget to tell your friends.
My name is Garth, otherwise known as Big G.
My name is Richie Blackford.